Okay, where am I?
I hope you don't look at my notes.
I did not. I looked at mine only.
Okay,
I promise.
No, I watched you, so you're good.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Amanda here, your Cutie of Carnage on Halloween. Yeah, and I found somebody. Yeah.
I'm Lace.
Yeah.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, she seems pretty cool. I met her 10 years ago at a gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been too long.
It's been a long 10 years.
Oh my gosh, and she is a witch. Witch, bitch, whatever you want to say.
Both. It's
so,
okay.
There you go. So today, guys, we're going to be doing a number of countdowns, and this countdown right now is going to be our top, well, we say 5, because 5 is 10. So we're going to talk about our favorite vampire films. Yes, ma'am. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about our top 5 favorite vampire
films.
There you go. She got it. We finished the same sandwiches. What was that on? Doesn't matter.
I think it was Step Brothers.
I think it was like Frozen, actually.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right. I think they had a similar banter on Step Brothers.
Yeah, we have kids. Wow.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you have a bunch.
I just let it go, you know.
Oh my God, pun intended, and there it is.
So, since I'm the guest host, I'm going to go first today.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to start with my, out of my 5, it's going to be my number 1 is going to be my favorite.
What,
number
hold
5
on. Yeah, yes.
is going to be my 5th on the line.
Yes, there you go. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so number 5 for me.
But this was a hard countdown, by the way, guys.
I have a lot
because she had
on this
10.
list.
Yeah, she had 10. And I was like, bitch,
actually
we're
had
gonna do 5.
25.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, my number 5 is Blade. It is 1998 and had Wesley Snipes. It's absolutely phenomenal film. Yeah. A lot of people don't care for Blade, but I mean, I'm a super fan. I always was.
For this, it's time. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, honey. But from when it came out, it was great when it came out. People want to look at it now.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me a lot about films. People want to watch it now and be like, oh, it's not that great. I'm like, no. When it came out, yeah.
I mean, but they were doing most of their own stunts back then. Wesley Snipes was a badass, no matter what. I mean, he was definitely on my top. Yeah. In my top 5.
No, honey, you're
right. I was still growing up. So that was like something that was new, edgy, and...
I say Blade, I think like a bunch of kids are going to be like, I love Blade, but there's a lot of people who haven't seen Blade. Because they're thinking about rebooting it.
Know who Wesley Snipes is, but look into it.
Just don't ask them to do your taxes.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of kids are like, oh, Blade, and, like, we're so... I still think I'm young, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm 33.
I am young.
You are very young.
I'm still older than you.
I know, right? No, it's her 21st Halloween.
Yes, there you go.
There you go, right? So I think my eyelash is falling off. Is it?
No, you're good.
All right, good. Because I'm seeing my eyelash, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. All right, guys. So now it's my turn for my number 5. You ready for it?
I am so ready.
I look at my notes. My number 5 is actually going to be a film that I saw recently. And actually streaming on Tubi right now. And that is going to be Midnight Sun.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yes, it's interesting. Like this guy who kind of has... God, it's one of these films that like going in and not knowing what you're watching is kind of like better. Because you don't know exactly what's going on.
I like the ones that get me.
Yeah, this got me
with a twist.
Well, it got me because I've seen, and I'll mention this in one of my other films later. But this film kind of it's about this boy who it's a man, and they're all boys. They're all boys. Nice. This man, he's younger, and he has a thing wrong with him. And he meets this girl, and he kind of takes her in and stuff. And it gets, God, why did I put this on my countdown?
I know. Now
2011, I think. Yeah, it was
Okay,
2011.
that's not new.
Yeah.
We're old, remember?
Yeah, we're old. We're very
Yeah.
old. Yeah, we're too old. Too old for comfort. But it's streaming on Tubi, and it's called Midnight Sun, and it's really interesting. And I don't want to say what film it reminds me of, because I think if I tell you that, then it'll
give it
spoil
away.
it. Yeah. But it's very different, and it's very
we'll touch
interesting.
back on that
yeah.
one at one point in time, as soon as I see it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
As soon as I see
I'll
it.
have her watch it, and we'll do a new video being like, I saw Midnight Sun!
And we'll just talk only
Yeah,
about that.
it'll be a spoiler video. So yeah, mine is Midnight Sun. That was higher up on my countdown because I like it, but it's my number 5 because I liked it. Like, it's really hard to make this countdown because I have a lot of favorites.
There's too many.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot in here that I'm like, well, maybe I would have chose this one over that one, but...
Exactly, but I put this on the countdown because I think more people should watch it. So, 2011 Midnight Sun streaming on Tubi, guys. Tubi's free. So...
Alright, so my next, I guess it'd be number 4 now.
Number 4.
I have Dracula Untold 2014. It is directed by Gary Shore. It's a 2014 film. It's Luke Evans, and he is actually very dreamy, even now. Yeah. It takes place back with Vlad the Impaler. They completely changed the history and gave you a new canon to work with, which I absolutely love. It just made all of the original just Dracula vampire films and reworked it and gave you something new to look forward to. I really wish that there's going to be another one. They keep talking about there being another one in play, but if it's not with my Luke Evans, I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it as much.
We'll have to figure this out.
Oh yeah, we're going to have to.
Yeah, I got to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, Lacey got to talk to somebody, okay, to see if this is going to be told.
Oh yeah.
Alright guys, here it is. My number 4. My number 4, and see, now I'm looking at my notes. See? So don't feel too bad. But my notes are on bigger pieces of paper because my words have to be bigger. And my number 4 is going to be a weird film. It's a horror musical vampire film.
Okay.
Yes. And the reason I saw this film is because my man crush from Degrassi is in it.
Oh.
Yeah. And I love Degrassi. 2009's Suck.
I haven't seen that, but I'm okay with spoilers.
Yes. Well, I'm not going to spoil it, guys, because this is not a spoiler review. And it stars Jessica Parent. Basically what it's about this band, okay? There is a girl and a guy, okay? They used to date and they broke up and they're still in the band together. And he saw his feelings for her, kind of, and stuff. Well, they're trying to make it. Well, Jessica Parent, who plays Jennifer goes to this after show party and she meets this guy. Well, you guys kind of see what's going on there. And
almost spoilers.
Yeah, almost spoilers. Something happens there.
Well.
And then the band starts realizing, oh, we're getting more famous. We're doing a lot better because she's like hypnotizing people and getting people in it. And y'all can get what's going on there. Well, it has.
I like that whole.
Yeah, it's like
appeal.
Yeah, like it's like vampires and rock music, and it stars Jessica Parent, who plays Jennifer. Of course, Iggy Pop.
Oh my gosh.
We got Iggy Pop, who's Victor. Alice Cooper, who's the bartender.
And why haven't I seen this yet?
Alice Cooper, you guys know if you've seen the movie. Alice Cooper. And then, y'all know Dave Foley from Kids of the Fucking Hall. Kids of the Hall, he's the manager. He's the one that's going like, okay, well, you drink blood, so that's cool. But as long as we still get paid, we're good.
I've been overlooked for too long.
Yes. And it stars also Victor the Hunter, who, you guys know who I'm dressed up, Mr. Malcolm McDowell. Yes. Clockwork Orange, Mr. Malcolm McDowell plays Victor. And this film is so hilarious. It's so funny. And the music's great and stuff. And just not enough people have seen it. And it's not streaming right now, I don't think. It's on Amazon, most likely.
We're gonna have just a movie night.
Yeah, we're going to.
Sit and have a movie
yeah,
night.
because this movie is fantastic, guys. I love this movie. And yeah, it's not like it's the vampire comedy. It's not the cliche like a lot of people think of like vampire films and think of like Dracula and stuff. But I like this film because it's like so campy.
Okay.
It also has Moby.
Oh.
Moby's in it, and Moby plays the shithead thrash rocker who likes to bleed everywhere and spit on people, and yeah.
Okay.
He's playing.
Yeah, we're gonna have a movie night.
Yeah, we're gonna have a movie night. So yeah, so y'all check out Suck. I love that movie, and it's fantastic. And a lot of people haven't seen it really, and I love it so much.
All right, now.
Okay,
My turn.
there you go.
Alrighty, so mine for number 3.
And I can't look at your notes because I don't have my
Stop
glasses
looking
on.
at my notes.
I can't look at your notes because I don't have my glasses on. So even if I could see it, I can't.
My number 3.
Number 3
is going to be Queen of the Damned, 2002.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I know this one gets said a lot, but it was still a beautiful film. Regardless of anything, it was a good film. The director was Michael Reiner. We had Aaliyah, God rest her soul, and Stuart Thompson, and he was very pretty.
I know he was.
But it was a very good film. It stayed traditional, but added our nowadays feel to it. It brought us into our time and made it more, so he wants to be out there and be a whole thing. And there was a lot of music that was really, really good.
Yeah, well, I was going to tell you the soundtrack was on my countdown favorite soundtrack. The only thing people have against is they're based on Interview with the Vampire. The thing about that is that like, you can't really like structuralize it on that.
No, because they're trying to take the characters from back then.
Because
which
Interview
I do
with the
understand
Vampire really had nothing to do with the story Interview in Rice's Interview with the Vampire. That's a lot of people don't understand.
If you read the book,
yeah,
it's completely different, of course. And I do have to say, I did keep that one off of my list because everybody says Interview with a Vampire.
Exactly.
I mean, we already know.
Yeah, we already know.
There are people out there now that don't even know who Aaliyah was. So,
that's unfortunate.
It's very sad. But at the same time, if you want to know who she was, please watch Queen of the Damned. She was brilliant. Still, God rest her soul. Back to you.
For my number 3, right?
Yes.
This is gonna be something different if I can just get this out. My number 3 is something that a lot of people probably are gonna be like, Amanda, why is that your countdown? Because my number 3 is going to be 2014's Transfiguration.
Oh wow!
I love
that was a good one.
I love that movie. That movie's streaming on Shudder right now, and that's one of my favorite films. That was on my countdown of my favorite horror films of the year. Like, it is brilliant. It is brilliant. And that's why I didn't want to bring up Transfiguration, because if you guys have seen Transfiguration, that's what Midnight Sun reminded me of. Because that film, it's about this boy, this African-American boy, who lives kind of like in his ghetto projects. He lives with his brother, who is an Iraqi vet, and his parents passed away, and he gets really engulfed into the vampire culture, and kind of like the mythology and everything in it, and it really plays within his story, and this is another film I can't spoil. I can't really tell you what it's about without spoiling it, but he is really into it. Yeah.
Vampire films are vampire films.
Yes.
So you kind of know what's coming.
Yes,
during
exactly.
most of it.
But it's
one
worth
of those,
a watch. Yeah, it is. Because it's not really what you think it's going to be. Yeah. It's a vampire film.
With a twist.
Exactly. Exactly. It's really kind of like not of itself, but there. But Transfiguration is brilliant. Wonderful acting. And the, y'all who've seen it.
That one on my list too.
Yeah. The ending scene. Just everything that happened with, I'm not going to tell you. Of course I'm not going to tell you what happened.
Just everything that happened. The ending scene.
Yeah, the ending scene, like, it just plays all of it, and he says everything again. And he's not, how do I say this? He's not a victim, and he's not a villain. It's kind of like, he's not a victim. He's not a villain. You don't know which category
He's
kind
in-
of goes in there.
He's more of a chaotic neutral.
Yeah, exactly. He's very of himself, and it's like, it's just, ugh, it's crazy. Now, honey, it is your turn.
All right. So my number 2 would be 1992 film called Dracula. Of course, we all know Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder. Like, I have to have it. I'm old. I love it. Can't get enough of it. Every year I watch it. It's just one of those that
Great
I grew
film,
up.
but Keanu
seeing
Reeves'
it.
worst acting.
It was absolutely the worst acting from really all of them.
Yeah.
But whenever you're growing up and you're watching this, it is creepy because to you, it's not. At that age, you really just see it as a creepy film. As you're growing up and you're getting all the new CG and the creep, like, it's more intense because they add all these special effects now. You see it in a different light, just like a couple of my others. But
yeah, like, I have to say the best scene in Bram Stoker's Dracula is the one with Keanu Reeves in there. He's like,
yes, I knew exactly what you were gonna say too.
Yeah, it's like,
it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
but
like,
no matter what, I mean, hey, you said suck, and that is my almost a spoof film because it's just, it's fun. It's one that you can sit back and watch
and Gary Oldman.
Yeah, whenever you see him as a vampire, it's a different feeling than what you ever see from any other film that he is in.
Okay, guys, now it's my number 2, which I'm going to get to my notes, which is one of my favorite movies. Guys, if you guys watch this channel, you know my number 2 is going to be. You know my number 2 is going to be because it's one of my favorite films, like, ever. It came out in 1987 when I was born. Just saying, I'm 20. You're right, I'm 21.
Yeah.
Anyways.
21.
Yes. And this is directed by my girl, Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, I know.
Catherine Bigelow. Zero Dark 30. Freaking, she was Zero Dark 30. She did Detroit. She did Her Locker in Detroit. And this is my favorite vampire film, and that is Near Dark.
That one got me.
Yeah.
That one got me.
Dark. Freaking Bill Paxton, Lance Hendrickson, like, and the little boy Homer, like, the story behind the whole film itself is Catherine Bigelow was married to James Cameron at the time, and she was trying to do a Western. Yeah, she was trying to do a Western film. And what happened was they said that's not where the money is, because she was unknown at the time. They said that's not where the money is. They said right now it's either horror or action. So she revamped the story into a vampire Western.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, and so, like,
learning new things.
yeah. And the reason why I feel like this film kind of gets not as much recognition is because it came out the same year as Lost Boys did. Came out the same year as Lost Boys did. And it kind of had the premise. And Lost Boys is kind of like, you guys know I love Lost Boys, don't get me wrong. It had that, like, Ketchum cool soundtrack and, you know,
oh, yeah.
the everything cool. I had fucking, you know, the Coreys, and everything. So that was popular. Yet, Near Dark had this story that was, like, gripping, and it wasn't very popular because the best scene in the whole film, Bill Paxton jumping on that bar, and just the film was very character oriented.
It also brought you closer to home.
Exactly.
Like, it made you feel like this could happen.
Exactly.
And those type films scare me to death.
Yeah.
Like, if it's something that could actually, like, you just feel like, oh, well, my family can get into this situation.
Exactly.
And they make it really real worldly.
As kind of like drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Because they all had to have blood. So that's like meeting a group of people you have to
take this no matter what to survive.
Exactly.
It takes you way too close to heart sometimes.
Exactly. And I thought that film was
a great
brilliant.
film, though.
Yes, I love that film. It is your turn. It's your number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, after careful deliberation, my number 1 of the vampire films would be the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh.
It was funny to me at the same time. That it was, I mean, it was a totally different take. I had to go and make my top 5 something, each one of them had to be different. Storyline, it had a story. Kind of. Basically, Abraham Lincoln does a whole thing where he, you know, like my favorite part, he's on a train. And then a lot of shit goes down. Vampires are everywhere. Like, things just happen. He's doing his thing that I guess Abraham Lincoln did. Not quite canon to Abraham Lincoln, but
It's
okay,
so funny.
it was a fun film.
No, but my favorite thing about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter Vampire Slayer
Yeah.
is the ending. I like the ending. I thought the ending was kind of creative.
It did it justice. It goes through his life, like, growing up. You find out all the hardships that he had, and then death around him, and then he just becomes a badass. And, I mean, it's not quite the Abraham Lincoln I ever thought of, but I do like seeing him kick some vampire ass. And it just happens to be on this list of my top 5.
My number 1 actually is, I have 2 that are tied that I couldn't decide between.
Okay.
And it was really hard. So, sorry guys, I'm cheating because I'm naming 2 films.
Told you she was a cheater.
Yeah, I'm a cheating little shit. That's what I do. Both, like, my favorite films. And I saw this film when I was really young. The Fearless Vampire Killers. The Fearless Vampire Killers, guys. It's streaming now on Hulu right now, so if y'all haven't seen it, you have to. And stars, everybody knows this film for, like, certain reasons. It was a film, y'all know who my favorite director is, of course, Roman Polanski. It stars Roman Polanski and where he met his wife, Sharon Tate. It's a vampire comedy. It's about these 2 fearless vampire killers who go to this mansion and try to do this during the monster. It's called The Vampire Dance. I forgot the other title of the film, but it's crazy. It's crazy and it's fantastic. And it's Sharon Tate, the late Sharon Tate, bless her heart. You guys know about the whole Charles Manson and everything, Roman Polanski, but I like Roman Polanski. Everyone tries to give me shit about him, but he's one of my favorite directors. I'm not going to get into his life or nothing, but he's one of my favorite directors. And Fearless Vampire Killers is one of my favorite vampire films. It's hilarious. It's funny.
Yeah, and I really do like the fact that a lot of our films weren't those serious vampire films that everybody knows. These are things that we've watched throughout the years, and they may be funny.
Yeah.
But it's something that sticks in your memory, something that you really want to write down on paper whenever you think vampire. You start writing down all these lists, and you're like, wow, but I doubt a lot of people have seen this. I like how both of our number 1s were hunting vampires instead of being vampires.
I forgot. I got another one because I got a tie.
Oh.
I did a whole video on this film because it's one of my favorite films. What year was it? It was 1977. And this film is not really known. And this kind of jumps in the whole, like, kind of Transfiguration, Midnight Sun kind of vibe of vampire films. But that being said, for Martin, 1977's Martin, directed by George A. Romero.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Vampire film.
I saw that whenever I was young.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a very long time.
It's one of my favorite films. And you guys know it's about this young guy named Martin. And the thing about the film that's he has a hunger. And they kind of play, like, what happens and what he does versus what's in his head. So it's very black and white. And I'll put the review down, the link below, so y'all see my review. But, like, he'll do something, and then, like, in his head, it plays, like, black and white. It's like a classic vampire film.
I remember a lot about it. I need to go back and watch it again.
Yes. Tom Savini. You guys know Tom Savini. And it has George A. Romero. But George A. Romero plays Father George. And then he has John Empress. He plays Martin. And the thing about the story, it's very not of itself. And, like, it was not, because the only thing George A. Romero did that wasn't zombies was Martin and slasher film that I knew I was not going to get. And so, but no, Martin was brilliant. And it kind of doesn't jump on the cliche vampire films. It kind of, like, works on it, and it's a beautiful film, and it's done, and Tom Savini.
Honorable mention there.
Exactly. Because I love Fearless Vampire Killers, and I love Martin. But I saw Fearless Vampire Killers when I was, like, 8. So that's, like, in my heart. So I'm, like, my adult heart, my child heart.
Yeah.
Anyways, there it is. Oh, well, is that all we have?
I believe that's all I have.
Okay, good. Well, I'm pretty good, too, because, like, we go on forever on Honorable Mentions Blue. We have a million.
I have lists.
Yeah, I know.
Lists
I
of
think
them.
I think we just need it after Halloween. We'll do a Christmas part 2.
Ooh,
A Christmas part 2.
Krampus going on up in there
Right.
too. Like, we can do some fun stuff, scary stuff.
So thank you guys so much. Lisa, thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're like, bitch,
and letting me wear your table stuff.
Oh, you're welcome.
It looked great.
I bet it did. Oh, thank you. Ah. See, now we keep posing. Stop posing.
Damn posers.
If I'm about to edit and post this, but if I don't, and y'all see the day after Halloween, happy day after Halloween!
Happy November 1st. Everybody.
Exactly. There you go. Yes. All right, guys. Until next time. Oh wait, guys, I'm jumping too ahead again. Do you guys agree with our countdown? Did we miss something? Just let us know. Comment below. Yes. And guys, don't forget, we seek approval. Like and subscribe.
There you go.
Yes, there you guys. Until next time. Bye. I hope my armpit didn't show. Oh, yeah,
No.
okay. I thought there was a hole in my armpit. I was like, oh, my armpit just showed.
I don't think it did.
Okay, good. Good. Because I'm a lady.
I'm about to have to run now.
I know. I'm about to run right now.